Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Are we good? All right, good morning, everybody. It's 10 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. Esther, can you take roll, please?
We have attendance Chair Don Mende, Vice Chair Gary Mackler, Directors Jason Bradshaw, Carol Ryman, Director Chris Sadayasu, and Director Nani Madares, and Director Jay Kimura.
And I think Louis just logged in.
Oh, and I'm sorry, and Luis Salavera.
Awesome. Thank you, Esther. And for the directors on virtual, is there anyone attending at your location that you need to introduce?
None for me.
I am by myself.
All right, thank Nani and Jay, is there anyone attending at your location?
No.
No one here.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, everybody, for attending this short notice for this special meeting here. Basically, what it is we have got the unfortunate news that our ED will be leaving. So we want to start the process of the search, or at least a discussion on how we can go about replacing. So I guess item number 2A is a discussion and action on a personnel matter regarding the appointment of a new executive director, in which we may or may not be going in and out of executive session to go over what our duties are with our AG. Did I read this down? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Board of Directors of the Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation, the board anticipates convening an executive session pursuant to section 92-5, A2 Hawaii Revised Statutes, HRS, to consider the hire of an employee, and section 92-5, A4 HRS, to consult with the board's attorney on issues pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities. Well, thanks, Sean. I guess let the record reflect that Sean Sasaki, Director Sasaki is here. Yeah. You wanted to say something before?
So good morning, everyone. Today you'll be deliberating on the path forward as I transition to the city to become their new executive on housing in the mayor's office. I want to apologize to everyone as I wasn't able to speak to you all individually in advance, as the mayor had embargoed communications about my move to the city until he had his announcement, public announcement, during his city address. I just want to thank you all for your support. It's been about 7 years since I sat on the board and up until now. And I just want to let you know it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. You guys have been a tremendous support. I'm so proud of the work that we did together. I noticed we have all the branch chiefs and staff here today. Not only did we help deliver thousands of affordable housing units for Hawaii, we also secured record levels of funding. And this is a testament to the support that we've had from the legislature. And I just want to give it all to the branch chiefs, the staff, the deputy for all their hard work, because you deliver tangible results and the legislature believed in you. So thank you very much. And that's about it as you go into deliberation. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Denise. Thank you.
So before we go into executive session, I just wanted to ask the Sandra, our AG, what under our bylaws is the procedure, if any, at this stage, given the circumstances?
I think that's right to go into exec session for,
Okay.
Vice Chair,
Okay.
so that I can discuss your duties and obligations under the statute as well as the bylaws.
Okay.
Motion for executive session.
And Jason,
Second.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are in executive session. And can I have staff leave at this time, please?
Hey.
There's a question from Mike Formby about the mayor offering public testimony.
We take that up after we get out of executive session, Chris.
The board members attending virtually, can you hear us? Okay, cool. All right, thank you, everybody. We are back in session. So after some discussion internally and with our attorneys, the board isn't ready to make a decision at this time. We're going to defer the matter probably for another special meeting sometime next week. We're not sure when. So you can take a full find out the schedules, what works best for everybody. Right around like 20 or so. Yeah, and then we got to post so that and the posting will come out in the next couple of days. But yeah, so that being said, if there's anyone that wants to offer any public testimony on an agendized item. Del, can you just go over the rules, please, before we start? Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair.
Sorry.
Anyone wishing to present oral testimony should indicate so to the chair. Oral testimony will be limited to 3 minutes, subject to the discretion of the chair. Your testimony must be on a matter that's on the board agenda. As you begin your testimony, you should identify yourself and spell your name for the record. After 3 minutes, I will call time, after which you will have 15 seconds to conclude your testimony. Please note that this opportunity is for you to communicate your concerns to us. If you ask questions during your testimony, neither the board nor the staff is required to respond or answer the question. For anyone wishing to submit written testimony, instructions for doing so are on the front page of the agenda under the section titled Public Testimony. Thank you.
Thank you, Del. Sorry, thanks.
Good morning, Chair. Members of the board of HHFDC, and for those that are appearing virtually, my name is Stanford Carr, CEO of Stanford Carr Development. I've had the pleasure and honor of working with this agency now since 1989, 34 years now, when Joe Conant was the executive director of this agency and John Waihee was the governor at that time. I had the pleasure of being able to work on 2 villages, a village of Kapolei starting in 1992, and have enjoyed our long-standing working relationship with this agency. So I've known every executive director of this agency since the inception. And I want to say that although I'm sorry to see Denise leaving, but excited for her in new capacity with the mayor in the city, county of Honolulu, head up the housing department. Denise has brought an incredible transformation of transparency and improved the culture of each of the departments here, as well as the respect of our legislators and the accomplishments of this agency. She's formulated an incredible team. I'm here before you in support of nomination of Dean Minakami, who I've had the pleasure of working in his prior professional career when he was an engineer at Wilson Okomoro. So we go back many years. He's got the skill sets and the acumen and the technical skills to fulfill and execute this job in the capacity. And I know that there's a lot of others that with the relationship that know Dean that will support him in legislative proposals at the Capitol. So with that, I rest on my oral testimony to support Dean. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stanford.
That's okay.
I don't know if you want to share.
Might want to hold down.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, good morning. Mohana with High Ridge Costa. First, I want to start thanking Denise for her leadership. I want to say nice things, but I'm very sad to see her leave, so struggling with it. But under her leadership, we've seen definitely a transformation here at HHFDC. The support we've provided, the work that has been done is truly remarkable. The staff, the turnover and the staff that has been assembled over the last few years has also been remarkable. We worked with many of the staff members and find them to be very competent, definitely people with the heart and mind committed. I've not worked with this agency as long as Stanford has, but I have to say we work with multiple agencies, multiple executive directors and multiple boards across the nation. And I have to say the leadership that we have seen at HHFDC compared to other states is truly remarkable, truly remarkable. It definitely sets the bar. That's a testament to yourselves, a testament to Denise and the staff that has been built. Our main concern and understanding and wishing Denise all the best in her endeavors is as a affordable housing developer and a stakeholder with applications in the round. We are in a current round session. And what we hope and ask is finding a way to move forward with a new executive director or interim director, whatever the board's discretion and pleasure is, to minimize the disruption to the staff. The staff has a very tough job ahead of them. There are deadlines in a few months here, not deadlines, but goals to achieve in boards, and there's a lot of work to be done. What we hope of the board is to provide the staff the support to minimize that disruption, provide them with the leadership that they need to make sure that these short-term goals at least are assembled, giving everybody the time to review, interview, do whatever they need to do. The key in what we do in affordable housing, unfortunately, with the best minds in real estate and in finance, this is not easy to walk off the street, no matter how long you've been in real estate and finance, unless you're in the tax credit world, the bonds, and everything else that we live in. So somebody with some knowledge on the inner workings and how that works, I think would provide stability. I know the dean mentioned the name of Dean Minakami. As far as I've worked with him, I found him to be an even keeled individual that is knowledgeable and respected by staff. So if that's the direction, I want to make sure that we also voice our support there. But the key is to provide staff the support to do what they need to do. And I think Dean being considered is a wise decision. But please provide that support. Let's get through the deadlines that we have. Thank you for what we do. And Denise, thank you very much. You're going to be missed, but we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else?
Chair.
Oh, I think. Did you want us the mayor's office?
And Michael?
David? Yeah, go ahead, David.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good morning, Chair, members of the board. David White, Finance Manager. I echo all the positive things that previous testifiers have said in regards to Denise. The culture and productivity and leadership she's shown has far exceeded the expectations of anything I've had in anything in my professional career. So I definitely want to thank her for that. I believe that consistency and knowledge of the agency and knowledge of the staff and maintaining that culture that we have now is very important in your search for the next executive director. And I do echo what has been said previously to nominate Dean Minakami. I've had the pleasure of working with him since my tenure here, although I'm by far the newest person here. I found my relationship with him to be very productive and professional, and he's fair, even keeled, and I feel will continue the positive culture and the productivity of the agency well into the future. So I just want to live that, you know, on behalf of me and the finance branch as well.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Hello. Good morning, Holly Osumi, Chief Financial Officer. And I also like to support Dean Minakami. I had the pleasure of working with Dean for the past 4 years. He comes with incredible knowledge about affordable housing and development. So I would say he's bar none the best person here as far as knowledge on that type of work. As far as his skill sets, very calm and collected. So no matter what the crisis we could possibly be in, I know that he could lead us through the waters very calmly. He is the branch chief of our largest branch of approximately 20 employees. So I know that to be able to manage 20 people, he would easily be able to manage our 60+ employees. There's just so much to say about Dean. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for some reason, we can't unmute, but he's on the phone.
Who's this?
Mayor's office.
Oh, okay.
Representative.
Is it on speaker?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi.
good morning. This is Mike Formby, but the mayor is here and he just wanted to deliver brief comments on personnel matters.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
All right, here's the mayor. Hello, good morning. This is Rick Langiardi, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu. To discuss the personnel matters. Is it okay to speak?
Yes, yes, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay.
You're, just
well,
to let you know, you're in
personnel-
open session, so you're open to the public right now, just to let you know.
All right, well, thank you, and I apologize for our technical difficulty. It was our intention to do this via Zoom. But I just wanted to sort of clear up something, but give it a little bit of context. From the beginning, 2 years and nearly 3 months ago, stepping into this office as mayor, we've been challenged on what we were going to do in affordable housing. And, I've placed a very high premium, and I'm very proud of our cabinet on leadership roles. It got to a point for us in looking at what we were getting done on affordable housing that we really needed to have a level of expertise and intelligence that really, quite honestly, none of us had. And all roads led to Denise Matsubara, whom I've known for a long time. And as I just listened to the prior testimonials on her behalf, all the more knowing what a quality person she was, what a great leader she was, and everything that she would represent for us at the city and county. So that said, I've been talking to Denise for quite a while. She was reluctant at first, so it took a little bit of discussions back and forth. I think once she saw the potential and the importance of what we're trying to do, it became appealing to her. That said, we both agreed that I would go to the governor and explain to the governor what we're doing, because the last thing I want to do is undermine anyone's efforts, at the same time wanting Denise to join us. And everything worked out. When I spoke with the governor, he gave me his blessing on it. And actually, at the State of the City last week, I mentioned that before I announced Denise Matsubara as our new Director of Housing and Homelessness, with the governor's blessing. So I just wanted to be on record of saying we feel most fortunate and very excited about Denise joining us. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that from a protocol standpoint, that I went to the governor first, getting his blessing on this, and we most assuredly did. So I thank you for this opportunity to kind of give you that context. And if Denise is listening, I just want her to know we're very proud and very excited she's made this decision.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else that wants to any public testimony? I guess if you're having audio troubles, just raise your hand or something. If not, thank you everybody for your testimony. I just want to reiterate. Yeah. Go ahead.
So my name is Chris Woodard. I'm the chief planner for the agency. I'm actually one of the longest tenured employees among the senior staff here right now, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. Although I've only been in this role for a little over a year, got to know Denise when we got to know each other. We took a drive up to Waiole Valley one day. And we're still involved in Waiole Valley and trying to fix it, put it on the right path. But yeah, she asked if I could take her up. It's fine. Give her a one-page bullet point of one page full of all the issues. And so that's what got the, that's really what kicked off the strategic planning effort, which, you know, nothing goes quite according to plan in government, but we made a lot of progress there. I think with the relationship with the community and when I took this current role, yeah, I've just grown to appreciate Denise a lot more as a person and a friend, and you know, it's just been a good relationship, and I think the agency has done quite well under her. You know, it's not for me to advise the board on kind of what your process should be, but to echo what Mo said, I mean, we're kind of like halfway through session. You know, we need to get through that. There's a whole funding round that is going on currently where applications are being evaluated right now. If anything, I think Dean is like the person to, at a minimum, step in to get us through whatever process the board, you know, thinks it should run to fill the position permanently. But yeah, I worked with Dean for 4 or 5 years. And I say that, you should know, he dumped Waiole Valley back on me last year. And I'm still saying this nice thing about him. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure to work here under Denise's leadership. I actually left here and I came back. Glad that I did. So that's all I have to say.
All right, thanks, Chris. Is there anyone else? Are there any last statements from the board? Oh, I just sort of reiterate that that the board isn't ready to make any kind of decisions today. I want to encourage, we're going to schedule another special meeting, and I just want to encourage, you know, people to turn in any kind of other testimonies that they want, either written or oral at the time. For any candidate, yeah.
So can I put it out for today? We're going to have another special board meeting to discuss interim. But can we today use today's meeting to discuss the process going forward to select a permanent executive director?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
rather than waiting another week to have that discussion. I mean, an interim is an interim, so we still have, I think, should talk about process going forward for seeking out a permanent candidate for the position.
And we were going to have a search committee, right?
Well, if that's
Yes.
the pleasure of the board,
Yeah.
sure.
a permitted
So
interact.
Yeah.
because I just, you know, I think there's been a lot of noise going on outside of this corporation about the situation we're in right now. And I'm just going to say a few things. I had a few notes. I'm going to just put it out there for the public and say what I want to say about this. HHFDC is administratively attached to DBED. Okay, and by extension, the governor's office. We have 1/3 of our board represented with ex officio board members who are all present today. Appreciate that. And the principal responsibility of this board is to hire an ED who can effectively carry out the duties and responsibilities of the corporation. This is a $1.6 billion corporation. It's huge. And I mean, right now, if you go onto the website, you'll see there are about 35 affordable housing projects financed through this corporation that are either in pre-development or construction, and more coming in this 2023 funding round, I'm sure. So there's a lot at stake financially and otherwise. And I think
from speaking for myself, the process that we establish going forward for the selection, it should be and must be open and fair. Whatever that process is that this board decides to follow, I really believe we need to use a process that achieves that openness and fairness to make a selection. We do have a position description for the executive director. I've looked at it. It's not an easy job. I think Denise can attest to that. It pulls you in many different ways, but we do need to find someone who has what is really a unique skill set that requires specialized skills and knowledge to do this job successfully. I mean, you're trying to implement the housing priorities of the governor's administration. You're trying to engage with the legislative body effectively to further those objectives. You have a staff of 60 that you have to ensure is keeping a high morale and is treated well and is meeting the objectives of the corporation. To say, just among other things, there's other duties and responsibilities that come with the position, but those are huge. And with affordable housing being the priority that it is in our, well, really statewide, I think it's just critical that we find the best executive possible to lead this corporation. And so I urge the board to move in a direction that can achieve that.
Thank you, Gary.
Well said.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, definitely. Well said. Do we form the group today, or, I mean, or do
We can wait till the next meeting.
wait till the next
Yeah.
meeting? So I guess, and then, yeah, because then they're going to start the search,
Yeah.
so I guess. Yeah, we
And
don't
announce
remember, and then how we're
Yeah.
gonna announce, because, yeah, but I mean, we're gonna post, right?
So we
Do
would,
a search.
as we've done in the past, on occasion, post a recruitment notice. Is there a,
No, no,
or is there, a-
that I don't know, but I
Say-
think, what I'm hearing is a permitted interaction group will
Establish
be
a committee
formed
first.
and they can take it
Okay,
from
do the
there.
search.
Oh, okay.
Because then they'll be brought back to the whole board and then.
I think there's a process with the bed and personnel can help,
Okay,
HR can
good,
help with
good.
the outreach. And
Okay,
the
great.
advertising.
okay.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
everybody
you.
good with that?
Yep.
Alrighty, so I guess if there's nothing else.
Motion to adjourn. Yeah.
Yeah, second. Second.
Yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Thank you. We are adjourned. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. Very educational.